What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another Arc of War episode. In this video, we're going to talk about the most recent update that happened in November, early November. They were teasing us with this patch for a while, actually. I was waiting for quite some time for the patch. The patch notes looked very interesting to me. And now that the patch is live, this is probably one of the most exciting patches in a while. And we're gonna get into it right now. All right, so let's talk about I think the most exciting part about this patch is the Imperial fort feature. I think it's pretty cool. So if you click on your guild tab, and this little icon shows up next to where you collect your legendary or all your boxes. You just click on it, right, and you're directed to this one page, kind of like an explore template, you know what I'm saying? And it's interesting the way this works, though, because if you look above how many chapters there are 15 chapters, okay? So our guild has made it to chapter 5 so far since it's been released, and there are a few rules to this feature. One of them being that you can only attempt to attack any one chapter twice a day. That's it. That's the cap. But what's interesting about these missions is, as you progress in the chapters, the bosses get pretty hard to beat. I wish I can show you my attempts, but I already went through it. But there are some things that I learned while doing that, and I wanted to share that with you guys as well. But the outlay of the battles are not like your typical explore. They are the same in terms of like the units, but the arc behind those units has a lot of HP. So think of it as the ultimate boss in a way. So you know how when you attack the ultimate boss, once you take all the units out, the arc is left with a shit ton of HP, right? So same thing, same concept here. And obviously, as you go up the missions, the bosses or the arcs get tankier. They get a lot more HP. And also, I've noticed that when you look at rankings and click on the rewards tab, you can see that there will be an increase in the speed up as you go up per chapter. In the previous chapter, I believe there was like a 3-hour speed up, the highest, but now, as you can see here, there's a 24-hour speed up that will be available for that person who, the people who take the top 2. And I'm assuming it's going to keep going up as we get higher into the chapters. I'm excited. I'm very curious to see what rewards you'd be getting at, like, let's say chapter 10. You know what I'm saying? Because looking at the rewards right now, at chapter 5, it's already given us a 24-hour speed up. So at chapter 6, it's probably going to be a 3-day speed up. And who knows what comes after that. So I'm excited. So a few things, or the most important thing I learned about these missions is when you're attacking them, you only have 2 tries a day, and you want to make those tries count. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Use your strongest commander, right? So in my case, I'll be using my Medusa, okay? And use your strongest gear, okay? Put everything on, your gear. Let me see, get my Nixas. Oh, shit. Get my Nixas. I need to have a preset for this shit. And tier suppression is very helpful because the tier units aren't that high yet. I'm assuming they will go up as we progress through the chapters, but we're not there yet. So for now, tier suppression really helps. And I switched up my jewel sets, guys. I'm actually going to show you. And they actually made some changes to the jewel sets, which we'll get into very soon. But before that, let's just finish discussing this. So you want to put on your highest gear. And you also want to activate your arc hole, okay? Make sure you get, in my case, I'll be activating my Apocalypse. It's my strongest combat arc. And you can... I highly recommend you use a attack buff. Just activate it. if you have one. If you don't have one, I think it's worth the gold, because you're trying to put out as much damage as you can for your guild, so you guys can keep progressing. It's a guild effort, right? So you want to go all out. So then you just go ahead and attack it, and most likely you're going to lose. As you get higher, it's like fighting the ultimate boss. There's no way you're going to do a 100k damage, one turn or in 2 turns even, unless you have insane leadership. But right now my leadership is only at 18,000. So what happens is a black hole comes out if you lose. A black hole will come and just wipe your units, but luckily you don't lose them. And I didn't know that, and I once I saw that black hole, I'm like, oh, okay, it's probably gonna be just a cheap, but nope, it wiped all my units, and like for 5 seconds, like I was very upset, and then I realized that my hospital capacity wasn't full or anything, so we're good. But that was scary. So and that's it for that, guys. The Imperial Fort feature, just go all out on that. Um, ooh, nice. The next thing, let's talk about the Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Leo nerf. They reduced the damage on the 4 sets. So let's just look at that real quick. Star Jewel. Actually, I'll just go to my inventory. I actually have a lot. And then we'll also weave into the next Star Jewel related update. But let's look at Scorpio, Sagittarius real quick, and Leo. Here's Sagittarius. So they decreased the overall damage. They reduced 100% HP buff to 60, so that sucks. And then they also nerfed Scorpio. They also reduced the damage on that. Where we are. Here we go. 60% as well. So, and also Leo. Leo, the same thing. They decreased it to 60%. I don't know why they did that. Personally, I think it was just fine where it was. I don't know if people were complaining that it was overpowered, or I don't know what happened there. But me personally, I think they didn't even have to make this change. Because, I mean, walkers are already weak as it is. So why not just, give them, let them have a crutch, But yeah, next one. Let's talk about the repurpose feature for jewels. So you can go to Star Jewel, and there's a little tab here as well on the left side, Star Jewel. Click on that, and it shows you all your Star Jewels, right, that you have that you have not binded in your bag. And you can click on bulk repurpose, and if you don't like, the shitty jewels, you can think of it as re-rolling them. But it does cost resources, and it does cost cosmic crystals, which kind of sucks. I actually went through and highlighted all of the star jewels that I did not want. The ones that I'm going to be getting rid of, or the ones that I'm going to be repurposing, are any stats that are below 20%, because anything below 20% is just, that doesn't deserve to be on a gear piece. So just repurpose them. And after highlighting all of the jewels that I wanted to, it was very expensive. I'll just quickly highlight some and just show you how expensive it gets. Look at that. But my total cost, if I remember correctly, it was like 300 cosmic crystals and over 30 million electricity and gas. So it gets expensive if you have a lot like I do. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. And then the Rogers skin, I'm sure you guys have seen that. Where are we, Rogers? Here we go. I actually went for him in the last release 10 event. It was Return of Rogers. Oh, here we go. I have to deactivate someone. Man, come on. I was like, why isn't it working? Okay. Here we go. Looks pretty cool. Okay, and then the next thing is the medical center item. This item allows your medical center capacity to increase for a duration. And the one that's in the shop, if you notice here, it's 200% for 8 hours. But one thing that I found out, they're having the super vending machine, and you can actually get an empowered, look at an advanced medical center. I don't know if are those available in the shop. Let me check real quick. Let's check. Other. Let's see. Power up. It'd be under power up, right? Yeah. So the only one available here is the regular medical buff, and but you can there is a advanced, and the only way to get that, I'm assuming, is through the super vending machine. So yeah, just hopefully you get lucky and just give it a roll. I think it's worth it. Make sure to use your discount coupon. I'm sure you guys have shit ton of those. All right, and then the last thing. Actually, no, that's actually pretty much it. But I think this Imperial Fort feature is pretty awesome. It just adds something else, something fun, and an event or some kind of feature where you can work together as a guild to just keep increasing your loot, your rewards. So I think that's pretty awesome. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about this patch. Let me know how far you and your guild has gotten in the Imperial Fort feature. We're 1 day in, so I'm assuming this is good, but let me know. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.